When people think about disability, discussions often focus on challenges and limitations. However, the findings of Egypt's 2022 National Survey reveal a much broader picture, one that highlights participation, responsibility, family life, and social integration. A picture that highlights participation, responsibility, family life, and social integration. The data shows that persons with disabilities are active contributors to their households. Let's begin with marriage and family life. According to the survey, marriage is the most common marital status among persons with disabilities, representing 61.3% of the total sample. However, significant differences appear between men and women. Among males with disabilities, 74.2% are married, compared to only 49.3% of females with disabilities. The survey also found a major gap in widowhood rates. Among women with disabilities, 37.1% are widowed, compared to only 6.4% of men. Divorce and separation rates remain relatively low, with divorce accounting for 2.4% of respondents and separation representing only 0.5%. These figures suggest that while marriage is common among persons with disabilities, women face greater barriers to marriage and family stability. The survey also explored marriage preferences and attitudes towards social integration. A majority of individuals with disabilities expressed openness toward marrying non-disabled partners. Among individuals with physical disabilities, 59.3% preferred marrying someone without a disability. Similarly, 56.1% of individuals with visual disabilities preferred marrying non-disabled partners. In contrast, preference for marrying a person with the same disability remained very low, ranging from 0% to 6% across different disability groups. The data also reveals that certain groups expressed greater reluctance toward marriage. Among individuals experiencing self-care difficulties, 53.2% reported reluctance toward marriage. Among individuals with intellectual disabilities, the figure reached 44.7%. These findings suggest that disability type and level of independence can significantly influence attitudes. Importantly, legal, social, and religious perspectives support the right of persons with disabilities to marry. Research and legal discussions emphasize that adults with disabilities have the right to marry. When legal conditions are met, the relationship serves their best interests, and safeguards exist to protect partners. Disability alone should never be a barrier to marriage or family life. The survey also highlights the economic contributions made by persons with disabilities. Contrary to common assumptions about dependency, many individuals with disabilities actively support their households financially. Among individuals with physical disabilities, 77.9% contribute directly to household expenses. Among individuals with visual disabilities, the figure is 77.2%. Between 9% and 27% of respondents keep their income for personal use, while as many as 37.3% contribute all of their income to support their families. These findings demonstrate a strong level of economic participation and family responsibility. The survey further examined personal decision-making and independence. Among individuals with physical and visual disabilities, more than 80% reported making their own decisions without external interference. However, dependency levels were higher among some groups. For example, 74.1% of individuals with learning difficulties reported needing assistance in personal decision-making. Among individuals with intellectual disabilities, the figure reached 31.6%. These findings highlight the importance of balancing support with personal autonomy. Another area examined was childcare and parenting responsibilities. The results challenge the misconception that persons with disabilities are unable to care for children independently. Among individuals with visual disabilities who have children, 70.6% reported receiving no assistance. Similarly, 67.7% of individuals with physical disabilities reported caring for their children without help. When support was provided, it was generally limited to daily care or supervision. These figures demonstrate that many parents with disabilities successfully manage family responsibilities on their own. The survey also explored perceptions regarding appropriate marriage age. Responses reflected broader Egyptian social norms. Most participants considered the suitable age for marriage to be between 20 and 22 years for women and between 25 and 29 years for men. This finding indicates that persons with disabilities often share similar life expectations and aspirations as the wider population. Taken together, these numbers paint a clear picture. More than 61% are married. Nearly 78% of individuals with physical disabilities contribute financially to their households. More than 80% of many disability groups make independent personal decisions. Nearly 70% of parents with disabilities care for their children without assistance. These statistics challenge long-standing stereotypes and demonstrate the active role that persons with disabilities play in Egyptian society. At the same time, important challenges remain. Women with disabilities face lower marriage rates and significantly higher widowhood rates. Individuals with intellectual disabilities often encounter greater barriers to independence. Social stigma and discrimination continue to affect opportunities for inclusion. The evidence leads to a powerful conclusion. Persons with disabilities are not passive recipients of care. They are spouses, parents, workers, and decision makers. Creating a more inclusive society requires legal protections, awareness, and respect for the dignity and rights of every individual. That concludes our special report on the findings of Egypt's 2022 survey. On behalf of the news team, thank you for watching and have a good evening.